Good day, family. Pastor Willingham here. I invite you to subscribe to this channel, and I thank you for your support. I want to tell you that in 2023, God wants you involved. God wants you involved. And if you're going to go to the next level of what God has for you, you've got to get involved. And because if you're not involved, if you're not in the game, so to speak, I mean, how can you grow? How can you find yourself? How can you, unlock what God has for you if you're not involved in your community or in your church, or if you haven't found something in your world or in your environment that you can be involved in, that you can find your place um, in the world by being involved. And too many times, we're sitting on the sidelines, and too many times we obviously want things to happen in our lives, and many of us just haven't found the way to get involved, or we lack the confidence, or we're watching the game of life go by instead of finding our way in and getting involved. But rest assured, God wants you involved in 2023, and I'm going to show you here Exodus 3rd chapter, verses 9 and 10. I'm going to look at here, and again, story of Moses here. That God says this to Moses: "Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel has come unto me, and I have seen the oppression wherewith the Egyptians oppressed them. Come now, therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou may bring forth my people, the children, out of Israel." And so now God wants you involved, as He showed Moses here. The main reason why God wants you involved, because there's a problem somewhere, everywhere. There's problems in the world, and God wants you involved, because God solves problems through people. Many times we're waiting for God to do something and not realizing God is waiting for us to get involved. And many of the world's problems won't be solved until we realize what our level of involvement should be, where we're called to be involved. And so it starts with a problem. There's a problem that God wants you to be instrumental in helping solve. God showed Moses the problem, and then He said, "Well, and I will send you. I will send you to confront this issue." And so there's something that God wants to send you into to help solve, to be His representative in a space somewhere in your world, again, somewhere in your church, somewhere in your community. It could be children, it could be elderly, it could be the sick and shut in. It could be any number of things. But think upon how God is moving your heart, what things in the world that you are concerned with, and there's something maybe that you've wanted to do and you just hadn't got started, or you question yourself. But understand today that in 2023, God wants you involved, and you have to find the way to get involved. And so I invite you again to subscribe to this channel and go forth again in 2023, finding a way to get involved. God bless you. Have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.